Hot6's turn to ban.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Kappa Invitationals. We are here with RRQ versus MVP.hot6, our last game of the day and our second to last series here in the upper bracket to see who moves on to the second round or who will go down to the best of one series in the lower bracket first round. RRQ versus MVP.hot6 draft is well underway. Earth Spirit Wish Doctor picked up for the RRQ side. MVP.hot6 will grab Enchantress and Faceless Void. We are here on moonducktv for the Kappa Invitationals. It's currently 10 a.m. on the eastern coast of America, so good morning to you all. Of course, to those of you watching in America, for those of you watching overseas or somewhere else or across the world, good afternoon and good evening to you all, as I hopefully you are having a great day of Dota and just in general. My name is Mott. Thank you for joining me today here on moonducktv, and we will be bringing you more coverage of Kappa Invitational as we progress through the tournament. It is just the first round. We've seen a lot of weird, crazy games, a lot of upsets, a lot of really cool stuff from the SCA region, which is known for their eclectic play style. They like to play a little bit fast-paced, potentially, like to play a little bit crazy, and really, it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of entertainment coming right at you. So this is our last game of the day. It is a best-of-one series. We're getting through the draft pretty damn quickly, not that I'm really complaining about it. But RRQ and MVP.hot6, two teams that are MVP.hot6, not quite the team that is MVP Phoenix, who had a monstrous run over at the Shanghai Major. Hot6, however, still a very strong squad. Pretty interested to see what they're going to be up against. RRQ, they've had a very long winning streak in terms of actual pro matches for the past couple of weeks, but they did lose recently in one of the Faceit Leagues up against a squad unknown. I can't remember what the team was, but still, RRQ having a pretty damn good run here in the past couple of weeks. We'll wait and see what they can grab here. They get the Tidehunter. There's a lot of team fight coming up from RRQ. They really just need their safe line carry at this point, and who knows what it's going to be. There's no Earths available, not that they are one to pick that hero to begin with. There's a lot of Earth Spirit for them. There's a bit of, as far as safe lane carries are concerned, we've seen Drow, we've seen Weaver. We've seen a lot of Drow and Weaver, actually. Legion to a certain extent, but mostly that's been played, I think, in the off lane. They've picked Jug here and there, so there's a lot of options for them. Jug, AM, I mean, it just comes down to really what they want in that safe lane. So there's a lot of options for RRQ. For Hot6, I'm not sure what they need. They have the Void. This is what we saw, this almost this exact draft in the last game for Mineski X. They picked up the Void and Enchantress first. They didn't have the Venge, they didn't have the Clinks. They were kind of lacking on a lot of damage, and they're very squishy up front. And that's what I'm afraid of here for Hot6 in this game. Clinks with Death Pack can survive through a lot of this damage, but the rest of this squad is a bit squishy. Faceless Void has the Time Walk available at the ready to be able to get out of a bad situation. And Vengeful Spirit has Swap to make sure that she can get somebody else out of a bad situation if need be. There's not much damage in terms of right-click to deal with an Enchantress overpower or just better attack speed. It's almost all magical damage at this point. And any damage that is physical is coming through like Anchor Smash or Death Ward. All of this damage not going to be really mitigated by Untouchable. It's going to go right through that, and that's going to be a better thing for RRQ to have. So they found a way to deal with the Enchantress here so far in this draft. Whoever they get in terms of their safe lane core farmer, they'll probably want to have as a hero that is not really the best in terms of, or a little bit better than dealing with, you know, the Untouchable. Whether that is, I don't know, a Jug with Omni or just something else altogether remains to be seen. Just anybody with really good attack speed would be nice. Obviously, Ursa is probably the best at that, but there's other heroes in that regard that you can get. I actually think, like, Wind Ranger's pretty good with Focus Fire, but it's not something you put super often in the safe lane. Somebody that does a lot of damage per hit also would be nice. Or somebody that is that can break passives also. Somebody that is a natural Silver Edge carrier. Man, how many times have we seen Silver Edge built in Dota 2 recently? Like, what's the... If I wish I had a stats bin. Like, I want to see, like, the number of times the Silver Edge has been built in a pro game since it's been incepted. Because I feel like it's not a lot. I'm sure it's not a lot. I'm sure there's not been many Silver Edges in the competitive Dota scene. I mean, it really can. I mean, alright, in pub games, Silver Edge accounts for 3.30% of all items. 3%. That's roughly the same as Octarine Core, which is not super surprising because it's hard to build. And actually, it's kind of up there with a couple of other good items. Okay, there's a bit more Silver Edge in pub play, but I feel like that's not indicative of how many Silver Edges are built in Pro Dota, because it's not much. PL is going to be the ideal choice, which gives them another ability with spell damage, with magical damage with the Spirit Lance, and pretty okay against the Enchantress. Diffusal Blade, not bad choice for PL, which you'll probably get. I think it's really good because a lot of the time you'll see a mana burn against a Void, which is just devastating. It's game-changing, honestly. Mana burn is something that you really do not want to have to deal with as a Faceless Void, and right now that's probably what he's going to have to deal with once the PL gets a little bit more farmed. We'll see what items PL goes for first. There's a lot of different variety of builds for PL, but it's not something you see super often. Phantom Lancer's not like one of those heroes you see every day of the week. But you also don't, you don't, it's a lot like Clinks. He's very, at this point, very kind of niche. But not much. Like, he used to be way more played, I think. Is what I'm trying to say. He's pretty good against Clinks. The amount of damage he does, Clinks has trouble finding him out of a pack of illusions. It's not easy. The same could be said for... There's a lot of single target damage here from hot6, whereas everything on RRQ, with the exception of the Phantom Lancer, is team fight oriented and AoE oriented, which is fine. I mean, they have really good team fight. This will sort of stifle a little bit of the PL in terms of what he can accomplish with a Death Prophet pick. That's not a bad idea. They'll give him some extra team fight they kind of really need. And that'll be the last pick coming out for MVP.hot6. So a pretty quick draft now that I'm complaining again, like I said. And we'll jump into the game here momentarily. But I have to say I think I like RRQ's draft a little bit better. I like this squad. I'm excited to see what they can accomplish here in this tournament. Hot6 is a team that they've had some highs, they've had some lows. You go back to their run at TI5, they did pretty damn well there, all things considered. And you know, it's a team that just doesn't have the same quality that it used to. But maybe this is where it starts and it begins again. A win against RRQ would put them into the second round, which would be a best of 3. Which I think they would be playing up against Arcanus. I'm not sure about that. Regardless, this is going to be the game. Good old Sun Strike right from the get-go. Good stuff, good stuff. Love to see it. The classic Rolling Boulder Ward on the other side of the river. That's beautiful. That's a great start for Zephyr. He gets off the Overvenom, he buys a TP, he's got a lot of regen as well. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see out of an Earth Spirit. You'll get boots later. Just literally wait 400 seconds. Ooh, oh my god, that would have been sick. It would have done like, how much? It's like 100 damage, I think, at the first level. Yeah, I would have done 100 damage, and it would have been cool, but he could have just time walked it, and he's like, alright, well, whatever, I'll use 40 mana. Instead, Kel'Thuzad instead of Kel'Thuzad. We'll just run at him and hit him. I don't think he wins this. I think Void has more base damage. Okay, now he doesn't win this. Now he'll time walk away and avoid some of the damage.
30 seconds to battle.
Yabayoo. We'll be playing up the Invoker mid. And he'll get up the good old early null tally, 2 pooled tangos, which will give Zephyr 3. He also has a Fairy Fire as well. So this is an Invoker mid up against Death Prophet. The Death Prophet's base damage is 60 plus 5. The Invoker's base damage is 47 plus 14 with the Exorbitant null tally. So it's pretty close, all things considered. Animation-wise, it's also pretty close. Observer Ward is being pinged out pretty heavily by Verza. Veris. He doesn't have a sentry to place down, though, but I'm sure they'll get one here momentarily. The Invoker has one. They put the Observer Wards literally right on top of each other. They know that this ward was placed down if they're watching. That's an easy counter if they can get over to that side of the river, which is actually kind of hard. The Earth Spirit can wrap around and do so, but they have to put the sentry down beforehand. So we'll see. This mid matchup is probably a microcosm of how this game is going to go. Farm for both safe laners should be fine. Tide probably will take a lot of damage here, but we'll see how much he actually gets contested. I think there was a Rolling Boulder here from Zephyr. I think he missed on the Doctor. They dropped the sentry down, and it is in range. And Yabu will take a bit of right click, but he'll tango it so that he will not only regen, but also be able to get the last hit on that ward. So that's just some extra gold. Verza in the top lane is taking some harass from Velo, who's got time walk. So even if he's able to take more damage here, he'll just back away and not really have to worry about it too much. So I'm kind of interested. There's a lot of... It's tough to kill either of these offlaners. Number one, you have Kraken Shell, and later on down the road, you'll have Anchor Smash, which is not super great because the range that Klinks has is pretty damn solid. But he should still stay alive. Look at this. Velo is going to work on Kel'Thuzad. He's doing a lot of damage. This dual lane is not really accomplishing what they would like. And there's also a rotation coming out from Ryzen, who's playing an aggressive jungle now. Rolling Boulder in mid, misses again against Doctor, who's now sitting on top of the CS with 7. So, time walk in. Oh, the bash comes out. That's first blood for Velo. Are you joking? Kel'Thuzad gets caught out and absolutely dominated by Velo, who gets lucky with the proc. This is why you go bash, Winter. This is why you pick it up. That one lucky bash. Well, also the fact that, I mean, you're in a really good lane helps. That's awful. That is a safe lane Phantom Lancer that is in some trouble. Centaur Conqueror's Stomp misses after the Boulder Smash came through from... Oh, no. No, Zephyr's not happy. The Boulder Toss came in from the Mud Golem. Hurl Boulder, rather. And it stunned him up, and they were going to go with the Centaur Conqueror's Stomp. I don't think he would have died regardless. He would have been able to Rolling Boulder away, assuming he didn't get, you know, trapped. Ah, what a start. I can't believe the PL just went down. This Void is owning this lane. 8 last hits, 2 denies, and a kill. This is like, Witch Doctor's pulling. He's like doing the best that he possibly can to keep this even. Like, he's like denying under tower. He'll time walk and avoid some of that damage. That's, don't you hate that? He drops the poor man's shield to actually get a better last hit. Ryzen is going to go ahead and take up the Dark Troll Summoner and continue to aggressively jungle. The Tide has 3 last hits and no stacks anywhere that I can see, nor will he have them. He's going for Iron Talon, unsurprisingly, as Tides want to do. Another bash. Kel'Thuzad is having a rough time. Velo continues just to go toe-to-toe. Finally, the Witch Doctor will roam in. He's level 3. He's not skilled anything up, really. Finally, goes for the Buddha Restoration. The cast will go. It won't bounce. Do minimal damage. Ryzen gets the kill rotating mid. He's in trouble. Zephyr's about to get caught, but he'll come through. The last tower hit won't do enough damage. And he actually takes the tower aggro with his creeps, which was beautifully done. Koala's going to come in. Anchor Smash will do some damage, but not nearly enough. There's the Magic Missile. There's the Crypt Swarm. Now the Rolling Boulder in, and Ryzen should fall here. No heal left in the tank. And the Enchant will go and slow him down, but the last right click with the Orb of Venom will slow him enough to get that kill. So it's a 2-for-1 exchange, and they do get the kill into Koala with the Dark Troll Summoner. Boulder Smash back. Hunji's towards the tower. There's the Orb of Venom slow again. Magic Missile, not enough mana. He's got a clarity, but that won't give him anything. There's a Sunstrike. Perfectly timed from Yabu. And the Ensnare will go to try and stop him from, of course, getting away, but it will do nothing to do so. So the Invoker goes down. He finds himself a kill, though. Death Prophet stays alive throughout all of this. He gets 2 assists. All while this is happening, Kel'Thuzad is still having an amazingly difficult time at the top lane. He's actually getting good farm. The cast is going to bounce through. There's the time walk away to backtrack, but he does take a lot of the damage still, even afterwards. If they have one more disable up here, they get that kill easily, but they don't have that. Boulder Smash might have been necessary. You know, they don't even have Geomagnetic Grip yet because he went for level 2 Boulder Smash. Some extra stun. Velo does need to be careful, though. Even with level 3 time walk, he does have to regen. He doesn't have any regen left in the tank. He has no tangos. He doesn't have a salve, no fairy fires, so he needs to be careful with how he approaches this next bit of time. But he does have Ryzen here to help out. He actually could give him a tango if need be, as Ryzen's been in this jungle pretty much the entire game so far. There's not really a reason for him to leave. He's gonna go phase, which is unsurprising, but while this is all happening, Klinks is getting free farm down bottom. And he doesn't seem to really be caring about anything that's happening in the game at this point. His team has a kill advantage. They probably have a net worth advantage, too. Yeah, it's 2,000, which is pretty damn solid. So he doesn't have to be concerned with what's going on in the game. And they find the Dire Courier as Ryzen was able to get it up in the top lane with, I think, the Centaur Conquerors and his right click. So that had nothing on it, I don't believe. TP's going to come in. They'll have a couple heroes nearby, but I don't really see them finding a kill here. They'll probably zone out Kel'Thuzad. Actually, smoke up from Doctor, who now has his exorcism at Hunji. The Chronosphere is going to go. Good Casca de Velo, looking for Vereza. There's the exorcism coming out. Doppelganger's available. Sunstrike will go. Won't connect. Velo's low. He'll time walk. It does hit, but it splits between the rest of the squad. Rolling Boulder in. They've got Boulder Smash in 10. Now this is Spirit Siphon. Spirit Conqueror Stomp will come out. Doctor will get a double kill. The Illusion almost brings him down with 13 HP and stays alive. I think they get the Magic Missile stun off, and he's out of mana at this point, but they can't quite chase him down. The Enchant, not enough of a slow, and he'll stay alive. 2 dead for RRQ. Both supports coming out. The Void lives with 10 to 15 HP. The Exorcism will clear up this tower. There is a glyph. Will they TP in to defend this? Tide doesn't have the mana. He does have Ravage, but not the mana to use it, or a TP scroll for that matter. The glyph will go, but this is more than likely going to be a tier 1 tower taken for MVP, plus a couple of kills alongside it. That's an amazing fight. That's 1,500 gold for Doctor as well to start him off and get him toward that Yule Scepter, which I imagine is what he's... Well, he goes for face first, but Yules will come later, maybe. The Enchantress and everyone really just combining up to have a great game. Tread's now done for the Void. The Vlads will more than likely be next as he picks up the Ring of Regen for the headdress to start things off. Hunji's leeching experience top, and he'll try to get to 6 as quickly as possible. He's a little bit ahead of Vers, who's only sitting at 4 and almost a half. Yabu will get up his Midas. It'll be a bit late because of the death he had. Also, he won't have it with the Courier being dead for another minute. So even if he gets to that 1,500 gold mark, he's going to have to wait a minute, plus whoever uses the Courier afterwards. And Kel'Thuzad is sitting on, what, a bottle? That's it? Bottle, Boots, and Basilius. They could try to go on him again. They don't have Chrono, but I mean, they could push him out of lane. They have Chrono back up in 23 seconds, so it's doable. Nice Sunstrike. Doctor is annoyed. He'll bottle and regen back up and get another bounty rune for his troubles. There's the Midas, but Yabu has to go back home to actually get it. Because again, the Courier's dead for 22. And that Courier snipe top lane really set things up for them. And the TP in from the Invoker, who will find Ryzen. Cold Snap is invocable, but yeah. He's got the level 2 Forge Spirits now. I think he's got 4 in each. He does. So yeah, that's not an issue.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They drop the Exorcism from mid. Doctor will take a couple of hits. Crypt Swarm out the mid wave. Continue on pressuring. This Clinks is literally getting free farm. Like, no one is really denying him anything. He's top of the net worth, and he should be. Tier 1 tower mid, this is tough to fight into if you're RRQ. They're going to find Zephyr, but he'll rolling Boulder away. And that means they're going to forfeit the tier 1 tower. Glyph is not available, they've already used it. Meanwhile, Raji is going to be looking for a potential initiation. Does he see Varus? He does. Look at this. Cask will go and keep him alive. He needs 2 more right clicks, and that'll do the job for Ryzen. The Enchantress coming in, securing the kill. And another kill going the way of MVP.hot6. They'll head bottom. They thought about Roche, I thought, for a second, but they'll instead see the Tidehunter, who does have Ravage, and he has stayed way too long. Oh, he misses the Centaur Conqueror Stomp. If he had just enchanted Koala, it might have been better. The Spirit Siphon's going to go. Magic Missile. So he gets Kraken shelled off. Not that it matters. Damage is done, and he'll fall. So Koala literally saw the entire 5-man mid thing happening. He might have seen them rotate down towards this bottom area, and he decided to stay nonetheless. It's just unfortunate.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is that a helm? He has a helm. He's a helm. What? Okay. That's kind of cool. If you ever need to bring a Death Pact creep along with you, you've got it now. That's pretty nifty. This is not a build you see every day. I don't know how I feel about this. Top lane, Time dilation. Sunstrike's should go to hold up a Davila. He doesn't have time lapse or time walk anymore. He does now. The Chronosphere will go. He should have time walked, actually. He'll actually get the kill with Wave of Tear. He Chronosphered up onto a lot of those units as well. They got both the Forge Spirits, the Invoker, and the Earth Spirit into it. So he gets the kill at the end. He actually got close to dying there. Mid lane Spirit Siphon. Crypt Swarm's going to go. 2 more right clicks. Can't quite get there. He'll bottle up and live. And Kel'Thuzad will back up, finally getting his treads. But he is pretty far behind in terms of net worth and CS in general. And RRQ is going to pick up probably Arcanes for himself. Yeah. He's level 7. He's not been involved. That's the problem, is that MVP's team fight, it comes online a little bit earlier, it feels like. You just need Chrono and, like, Exorcism. Or whatever, really. I mean, you don't even need that much. Raj looking for potential initiation on Zephyr. Another TP is going to be coming in. That'll be the PL, and Verse is going to be down here as well. They'll drop the Sentry. That's pretty frightening, and he should leave almost immediately. Had they had Dust, this would have been an easy kill. They do. Zephyr's too far away, however, to actually pop it. I'm not even sure they saw him. He was sitting here in the tree line. And, well, they're going to smoke maybe on this ward. No, they actually just missed the smoke. Which is funny. How is this Spanish still on level 6? He's not quite the lowest in experience. That'll be the Witch Doctor, who's still level 4. A good team fight. Oh my god, he has 659 net worth. That's awful. It's boots, a wand, or a ward rather, and a branch, plus 137 gold. Could really use a good team fight here. They've got Ravage, and that's what they're looking for. They're going to head bottom. Kel'Thuzad is the bait in this bottom lane, but it doesn't seem like MVP are taking it. They're going to back up. They don't have TP scrolls on a couple of their heroes. So trying to defend bottom is really not a great idea. Raj, however, is the one that's going to get scouted out. He's going to Rolling Boulder in. The Dust is going to go. The Death Pack will come out. The Sunstrike will fly. And Raj is going to more than likely fall. The Ravage even being expended to just get this kill, and they will find it. Riven's going to pop the Drum Charge and look for a potential initiation, but he's the only one here. They can maybe turn on him. Zephyr's going to TP literally right in front of him. Koal will do the same, and Varys is trying to find a place to just... Oh, he doesn't have a TP scroll. He's dead. Good cast, though.
Better luck next time.
There's just not much you can do there. He should have had a TP. He might have given it away. I think he might have had one and gave it away. But this makes a lot of room for Kel'Thuzad to get a tier 1 tower down bottom, which is pretty impressive. Which gives them a lot of gold. Obviously, they're still 5,000 behind, but it's not... That's okay. They can catch up. They have an Invoker. They have a PL. This game is doable. They have Drum now on Invoker. He's been involved with Sunstrikes here and there. However, MVP know that there's not much left in the tank after Ravage is down, so they'll continue to pressure mid with Chronosphere and Exorcism both off cooldown. And, well, Hunji's behind with Arcanes. Going for 8th ones, unsurprisingly. And Zephyr. They see him. They have an Observer Ward. And Velo is ready to go. They're like, listen, let's do this. Zephyr's going to almost certainly Rolling Boulder in. The question is, will he hit Velo on the way there? Exorcism will do the most of the work. They're pinging him. They know that he's there. And there it is. Magnetized. Sunstrike's going to go. The Chronosphere beautifully done. Koal doesn't have his Ravage ready to go. And Zephyr gets obliterated by the Crypt Swarm. Spirit Siphon, the Exorcism going to work. He'll buy back and TP in. They'll jump in with Time Walk and get the second kill. That'll be onto the Ravage Tidehunter. Kel'Thuzad going to work on Ryzen, but just doesn't have the damage. Even with the Spirit Lance not doing much. Everyone's pretty healthy here on the Radiant side. They're going to work. There's going to be the Searing Arrows doing as much damage as they possibly can. Yabu actually uses Alacrity. They have lots of range here. They're chancing up the Time Walk. Time Dilation doing some serious work as well with the slow. Not dead yet. One more Impetus hit will do the job. The Crypt Swarm will crip him and grab the kill. And now Kel'Thuzad with no Doppelganger will go down. The Time Dilation is slowing them so much, not allowing them to get away. On top of the fact the spell cooldown is pretty ridiculous. And suddenly they have no way of de-initiating. They have no Ravage. They have no way to really fight. They weren't expecting the Chronosphere from the Void, and that is an easy fight win coming out for MVP.hot6, giving them 4 kills and a buyback. So it's a dieback coming out for the Earth Spirit, now really far behind. They'll lose their Tier 2 tower, and Hot6 are 1 or 2 fights away, plus Roche, from at least a set of racks, I think. They didn't itemize particularly well for the early game. Raj probably could have just gone for like a Medallion and a Desolator, and they would have gotten a much easier early game, but he went Helm, I guess, for the mobile Death Pact, I suppose, which I'm sort of fine with in a certain way, but Raj is ready to go. Bears is going to take 4 last hits, and They get the dust off, but they're just not in range. They can't really chase after him. The rolling boulder was already expended. And now he is going to be building into the Desolator almost certainly. He's picked up one Mithril Hammer, and the second one will be pretty close behind. So 4 of the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 of the top 5 are MVP.hot6's here as a net worth. Hunji playing the lone 6th position. And even though he's not really playing 6, honestly, he's getting enough gold to actually buy an Aether Lens here and a couple hundred gold. And that makes you so much more useful as a Vengeful Spirit in the early to mid game. And the Dragon Lance is done for Ryzen. The classic build, the phase, the drum, the Dragon Lance has been picked up. The amount of damage he can pump out is pretty outstanding. Koala looking for potentially either a mech or a Blink Dagger. I'm not sure either are going to help a ton at this point. Really, they need to just find a way to get in and ravage. I like this, though. This is a play that they really needed to make. And it'll probably end up not even really having to trade for this tier 2 tower. They haven't done any damage to it. And Roche is falling pretty damn quickly with Alacrity and the Forge Spirits. They do kill at the Center Conqueror, which was giving vision. And already hightailing it over there is going to be MVP, but they're not going to get there in time. Koala is going to be low. That's the problem in this situation, is that he's going to have to get his Ravage off before dying. And if he doesn't have any mana left, they'll get up the Aegis, the Invoker will pick it up. And they actually might just make it out alive. Still, MVP looking for the wraparound gank, and they might actually find it here. Raj is going to come through, and we are going to see a very, very interesting engagement with Koala TPing away, and I think Varza as well. This is about to be a disaster. This Invoker is almost certainly going to lose his Aegis. Unless they don't have detection, he Ghost Walks. Which they do not. They don't have detection. Okay. So he can actually get out of this. The Earth Spirit can maybe Rolling Boulder away. And I think Kel'Thuzad has a TP and he should be fine. So it might not be that bad. What's the TP time on this? Yeah. I don't know if all of them will get out. I think most of them will, though. I think Yabayu probably dies in this situation, though. I think he needs to Ghost Walk, like, now. He needed to Ghost Walk, like, yesterday. Alright, here we go. He's gonna walk right by, he's gonna get Yulesed up and probably silenced. The Exorcism will go, and yep, there it is. Good Chronosphere, just kidding. That's not a great Chronosphere. That's one of the worst I've seen, unfortunately. Still though, Time Dilation will go, and the Magic Missile, and he's dead, and that was what I was talking about. As soon as he saw them, he needed to invoke Ghost Walk and use it, but sadly that wasn't the case. So he actually gets the Aegis and then loses it literally an instant afterwards. Zephyr's going to TP away. He was a little too far in. Raji saw him. Not much he could do there. He'll go ahead and Death Pack up, and well, he'll keep the Wild Wing with him for now, but giving him the Toughness Aura, which is fine. Second Mithril Hammer is about 100 from completion, and that will be pretty much the Desolator done. It's going to be the Tide going for the mech, and in fact, he has the money for it too. He's going to buy it and send it out now. How much are they behind by? Almost 10,000. Not good. Observer Ward in the jungle. They're all congregating, and God, oh, they smoked on top of it, didn't they? They smoked pretty close to it. I don't think they smoked on top of it. They smoked like here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They should probably know that they were there a second ago. They're not there now. Death Pack's gonna go. They don't have detection. They have sentries on the Witch Doctor. Zephyr is gonna get. Oh, they're actually gonna find Anji. Boulder Smash misses. Death Ward Gush comes out. Rolling Boulder, Sunstrike. It won't hit. I don't know if it's needed. There's the silence. Maybe it is. Ravage will go. It doesn't actually hit onto the Void. He's got Chrono ready. He's already gonna take down one. Varys is in trouble. Qual is already gonna be in trouble next. The impetus damage. The Searing Arrow is more than enough to bring everybody down. It's time to get out. And Zephyr, he needs to Rolling Boulder away. He's going to try to TP with it as he's going to get out. It looks like he'll be fine. The Courier took a lot of damage from something. I don't know what. Still, though, 2 dead. They ravaged for pretty much nothing. They got the kill onto Hunji. That's it. And that's... With Ravage down, it is the opening to continue to go and pressure these towers. especially with Desolator done. The problem is they don't have Roche available to them. RRQ just they can't head to Roche, take Aegis, then push high ground. That was the really one smart play RRQ have made so far in this game that have kept them sort of in the game, is that Roche play. If they had the Aegis, this would have been a lot better, but well, with no Ravage, there's no real threat for them to get caught out and killed. They're going to use the Searing Arrows on top of the Strafe coming out, and I mean, it's a pretty good cask. They actually don't have any creeps here either, so it's Velo's taking a lot of damage. He might have to time walk, and he will. Exorcism still going to work on this tier 3 tower. Magnetize will go, and it'll hit onto just about no one. In fact, it did hit on Velo, that's it. Silence and Qual get almost destroyed by the Exorcism, the minus armor coming out. Velo's dead, it looks like. Deafening Blast, Meatball, he was silenced up. Great Geomagnetic Grip. This is time to fight now. Yabu used low on mana, but he wants to go. Cold Snap will hit up into Raji. Rolling Boulder, not going to hit. He doesn't have an actual boulder to put down. He's out of Remnants. And Raji's going to get dusted up, but they can't chase after him. They don't even have Ravage either. Still down for another 51 seconds. They'll lose their tier 3 tower. Velo was looking for a Chronosphere, but he got silenced beautifully by the Geomagnetic Grip of Zephyr. And so they won't be able to get the kill. Kel'Thuzad's going to have his Diffusal Blade here, but again, it's going to be a little too late, it looks like. I think if you're Clinks and the rest of the MVP crew, you probably just wait for Roche, or you continue to push out the waves and take the tier 2 towers, and I don't know what else you can really do. That's Evil Scepter. Ooh, good Ghost Walk. No vision. Now instead finds Zephyr. Raji literally is going to bring him down within 3 last hits, but he can't get the last right click to go, and finally he will. Blink away, Death Ward Qual. He's got to ravage this up, and still, it's actually doing a ton of damage. Verizub with a Death Ward gets the kill up onto the Clinks with the Dominating Spree. The Tidehunter will get the damage there and get the kill. The Dominating Spree of 631 gold going the way of Mr. Koala as he backstrokes his way further into the base to get a probable Blink Dagger, I think, coming up soon. Yabu was able to blink away, and they actually get a favorable trade for once this game. 18-6 continues to be the score. A day of upsets and quick games. Looking to be another quick one here as MVP continue to put on the pressure in the top tier 2 tower. This time without a Clinks, but still with plenty of damage coming in from the Exorcism, which is up at 12. And the Enchantress just slinging those frickin', I don't know what those are, arrows? Javelins, we'll call them. They'll take the tier 2 tower. The second to last of the game for the RRQ side. Void has picked up a Blink Dagger, so he'll be able to get in without having to just walk in and look for a Chrono and getting silenced up in the process. Diffusal Blade's done for the Phantom Lancer. We've talked about this. This is going to be a big item for him. Raji's back alive, and what a Death Ward. What a Ravage. He went a little too hard on that fight. This is the interesting thing. This is why you don't go this build, because of these two things. You're not getting any lifesteal. Not that it matters. You're not getting any lifesteal with Desolator. You don't build into Satanic because you have Desolator. I don't understand the thought process, but I don't know. I would get it if it was a Scotty. Like, I would understand that, but it doesn't really. The build doesn't make. I mean, the build makes no sense other than the fact that you have a mobile, you know, creep, but you have that anyways with the Enchantress. Melee Rack's getting gone on. They have no Ravage. Boulder Smash will go. Raj is taking a bit of damage here. He'll have to back away. Cast will go. It'll bounce up to Honji and Velo as well. Nicely. Exorcism's not really doing work on the racks anymore. They have to clear out the creep wave first. Koala's waiting for a Blink Ravage, but it's down for 25, so they really have to chum down and try to find this. The Blink in. He'll use the Anchor Smash. Good silence onto 3, actually. They need to be careful. This Rax is still probably going to fall. The time walk in. Blink Chronosphere only onto Koala, however, and now the time dilation not going to do nearly enough. Velo's going to go to work. Now they jump up to Magnetize as well. Zephyr's going to jump in. Deafening Blast. They get off the Chaos Meteor. Velo get purged up as well. He's out of mana. He gets swapped out, though, but still Velo in trouble. Raji going to work at Koala. He doesn't have his Ravage back up just yet. Mech is still down. He's about to fall. He doesn't have buyback. He just used and bought that Blink Dagger, bought that Mech. Hunji's in trouble. The Death Ward coming to work. Great Diffuser Blade. Great Death Ward. 2 dead. It's going to be both the Death Prophet as well as the Void. Raji might be next, and Kel'Thuzad coming online. No more mana left in the tank for Raji. They'll get a double kill for Ryzen, and Raji's just sort of trying to get out as best as possible, but here comes the rest of the crew coming in to help him. Another Diffusal Blade going the way of Kel'Thuzad. He's used all of his Diffusal Blades In this fight, he's used all 8 of them, but he gets an ultra kill because of it. TP out, they need the boulder smash. They're gonna find it. Ryzen won't be able to make it away. They're out of diffusal blades, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna use the Spirit Lance to slow him down, and the last right click from the illusion will team wipe them. They will lose their melee racks, but that is it. How much has one diffusal blade done in one game? It has almost never done that amount of damage in a single game, and boy, did it work wonders in that team fight, but he had to use all 8 of his charges. Which means either he has to buy Diffusal 2 next, or he's going to have to deal with not having any single Diffusals for the rest of the game. Still, what a fight.
Radiant's top tower is under
Great Death Ward coming out. That was without Ravage, by the way. Good Magnetize to start things off for Zephyr. Not a good Chronosphere for Velo to do things with. If you're Chronosphering and you're trying to bring down a Tide Hunter, that's probably the wrong target that you're trying to go on. Kraken Shell, and even if he gets Anchor Smash before he gets involved, is really not great. He didn't have buyback because he bought the Blink Dagger beforehand, so it's a bit tough. Down bottom, the target's going to be Doctor, who has an Atos now alongside an Ogre Club, which will almost certainly be a BKB. Invis up, there's the Gush, he's going to be in trouble. They might have to Ravage for this, actually. The cast will go. He's going to use himself. The Sunstrike won't actually hit. The Death Ward will fly. The Ravage, it'll hit up onto 2. They get the Chronosphere off. It's going to be onto Yabu and Verazon. He's going to try to find a fight here. Now Ryzen's going to get focused down. The mech will go. Yabu not dead yet. Velo getting burned mana so quickly. Time walks all that damage. Yabu swap back and won't be able to survive. He'll buy his Aghanim Scepter before going down. The Exorcism bought back and used by Dr. Zephyr trying to get out. He will TP away. Exorcism used for nothing. And Kel'Thuzad will be the final one to get out. They should know that he's here, but they can't quite chase him down. They have to use this Exorcism for Roche now. Another good initiation. They lose the Invoker. He almost TP'd away in time. But a good swap back from Hunji. Aegis, though, probably going to go to Raj, I would imagine. Nope, it's going to be Doctor, which makes also a lot of sense when you think about it. The Mantis Style now done, and Kel'Thuzad and the Invoker are top 2 in net worth right now. The Ravage, pretty nicely done to kill the Death Prophet off once. If she dies again, this game becomes... Well, she obviously has Aegis, but still. We'll probably see a breakdown in this starting to farm a little bit more here for both of these squads. What a turnaround, though. Still an 8,000 net worth lead for MVP. A lot of their heroes are still in the middle of the pack and roughly right along with the top 2. Experience-wise, it's a bit more even, but what they're really missing at this point is the supports farm and the Koala being kind of up there. The biggest thing is that this Enchantress, who was jungling Enchantress, has now gotten an Aghanim Scepter Dragonlance Drum phase. Ryzen has been involved in 18 of his team's 23 kills, and he's only died twice. And so this has been an absolutely outstanding game for the Enchantress. However, he's going to have to put in some more work for them to secure this game. Luckily, they have the Aegis. The BKBs are coming out pretty quickly here. And once they have those, this game gets a little bit easier. The mana burn is not going to be as heavy or any at all during the BKB. And if they have Death Pact, if they have Exorcism up, if they have a Chrono ready to go, it's not going to be an easy fight. So here's what happens. MVP farms up their BKBs. They have those once they have with the Aegis in tow, and then they push a lane. Like, okay, the BKB is about to come out for Doctor. He's not quite there yet. So both of them are actually a couple hundred away from getting their recipes. That's all they need. Once those BKBs are up, they push somewhere. Whether that's mid or top, they want to finish off the range racks mid, or they want to go top and finish off a full set of racks, remains to be seen. But once they have those BKBs, they can fight. And it's not easy for RRQ. They have to find an initiation where essentially they jump on them and disable them before they can use their BKBs. But it's not they don't have like an instant Hex or Earth Spike or... Here's what they have. They have Cask and they have Boulder Smash. Those are not long disables. And if you Cold Snap, he's just going to BKB out of it. So there's no real way for them to bring down these heroes other than some illusions going to work. And again, you don't have Diffusal Blade ready to go because, of course, the BKB will block the magical damage that is the mana break. So they need some sort of disable. And because Yabu went for the Aghanim Scepter, he's not going to have a Hex anytime soon, which is really what he needs, really badly. You get a Hex on somebody before they use their BKB, they could certainly die to all of this magic damage. Speaking of magic damage, not even, Yabu is just going to get destroyed Raji pops the BKB. Zephyr's nearby. He probably needs to leave, actually. He's already rolling Boulder. The silence will go. Impetus will hit. That damage is insane. 3 of those would have almost killed him. 4 would have certainly done the job. They have Yabu down for now 50 seconds or so. And he might probably have to buy back with how close this group wave is towards this mid lane. Luckily, they'll go for the tier 2 tower bottom, so they won't quite need to buy back just yet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And finally, Raj is back up into the top in net worth.
Dire's bottom tower
BKB done for the
fallen.
Death Prophet. This is their time. Probably want to wait for this BKB for the Clinks to be back up. Otherwise, they should also wait for the Chronosphere as well. I don't know. This is kind of dangerous. This has been pigged out. They know that the sword has been placed down. Exorcism's going to go. There's going to be the Boulder Smash coming. Great silence as well. Jump in, Ravage on the Raj. Can they bring him down in time? Good swap out. They won't get the kill on its low, but it's not done yet. Doctor pops the BKB. They'll have to buy back on the Invoker. He's about to go down the Spirit Sight for the Crypt Swarm. It's a dieback. He's dead for 68 seconds. Raj will be spotted. They have the Sentry. The Diffusal Blade will come out. He has the level 2 Diffusal, and they will get the kill. It's a double for Kel'Thuzad. The Exorcism's still going to work, however, and Zephyr is in trouble. Silence up, slowed down, purged up with the Atos going to town. Velo, he's going to have to time walk away. Kel'Thuzad on the front lines will push them back. They will not lose this tier 3. Another usage of that Diffusal Blade blocked in, and a triple kill coming out from the PL. They want more. They want to continue to chase. But that's it. The ranged racks, they'll have to glyph for it. Invoker dies back, but at that same time, Kel'Thuzad continues to get farmed like a madman. 2,900 gold. He'll pick up a Blink Dagger next to get even more mobility. I would have thought maybe a Scotty or something along those lines next to get a bit more extra damage and tankability, but that's fine too. Great Ravage initiation. Really, it all started out with Zephyr getting off a beautiful silence. What happened? You saw them. Raj was here. No BKB available. Boulder Smash into Geomagnetic Grip. Then they jump in with the Ravage here. Hunji swaps him back here, but Kel'Thuzad goes all the way around and finds an easy kill. That was an impeccable play coming out from RRQ, showing that this game is not that much in favor of MVP. Obviously, the net worth will indicate otherwise, and the 1 melee racks mid and tier 3 tower gone. If RRQ can get over these BKBs, they can get those next items, they'll be in a position where they can stay even in these team fights. And it really came down to Raj not having that BKB after using it in that mid engagement. They needed to wait. They didn't have Chronosphere. They didn't have that BKB, and that cost them the fight. With those back up and the Exorcism back up in 29 seconds, this fight gets a lot easier for MVP. But they don't have the Aegis anymore, I don't believe, do they? It has been used by Doctor, it seems. We now pick the Plate Mail for the beginnings of probably a Shiva's, which is extraordinarily good this game against PL. Now a Mask of Madness now done for Ryzen. He is essentially the carry at this point. He's one of them anyways, one of the 3. Hell, I mean, Velo's he does a lot of damage, but it's the rest of his team he's counting on for him to get the damage done. Guardian Greaves were picked up for the Tidehunter, by the way. Yabu has been stifled a bit. He was once top 2 net worth. He is now sitting only at 1,000 gold. He had to die back. He's 2-7-7. Not the best score line for the Invoker, but this has been a tough game for him, really.
Radiant's top tower.
You wonder if the Medallion or Solar Crest would have made that much of a difference. I don't really know. I just don't know about this Helm of the Dominator build. It gives you some extra damage and some extra armor, which I think is fine, but... TP's back home as Koala will make it back, and the rest of the crew will go ahead and push back towards bottom. While on RRQ side, they'll continue to pressure top lane for this tier 2 tower. However, they're going to TP back home. They have to defend here. This is going to be the fight. If they can defend, this game is still in a good spot for RRQ, but this is what it comes down to, is a team fight here. BKB's up, Chronosphere ready to go, all the abilities ready to go. Koala looking for a Blink initiation potentially. That Ravage is going to have to turn into a big team fight for them. And Velo will counter-initiate almost instantly after he goes for it, or he might jump in first looking for that Chronosphere. Boulder Smash will go again, another strafe will come out. Raj pretty damn tanky, all things considered. Blink and Ravage, he'll find just about everyone. EMP will go, they pop the BKBs. Velo's silenced up as well, can't get the Chrono off, but still they'll lose one. Now Deafening Blast Meteor, and Kel'Thuzad goes in. The Ice Wall will fly, Yabayu's in trouble. He'll get the job done though as he goes down for 72 seconds. Raj will get pushed back, he's out of mana. Dr. Ice Wall and slowed up as well. Now in the fray, Velo looking for Kel'Thuzad, but he can't quite get it. He'll try to TP up, but he can't make it away. 3 for 2 trade, and Kel'Thuzad is not done. Blink, Gush, Doctor has stayed too long. He's got an Atos, he's going to have to use it. Raj going back to where Koala will probably fall here, but Raj getting zoned out by Kel'Thuzad. Good silence up, but Doctor gets destroyed by the Diffusal Blade. Again, a great hold coming out from RRQ with a double kill going the way of Kel'Thuzad, who's now godlike, 4,600 gold, and keeps his team alive. And in this game at 34 minutes, they are not dead yet. Zephyr got in and Koala got in. They got the job done. Yabu got all of his abilities off. He did more than he needed to do, and that got them the team fight win. They're not getting net worth on the heroes they really need to get him on, like the Invoker, but they are keeping Kel'Thuzad alive. He is the one bright spot for RRQ in these long team fights. End of this long game. 4.8k gold in the tank. Is it going to be the Scotty? Is it going to be the Heart of Trask? Is it going to be a Butterfly? He's purchased us something on the Courier. It's a full Scotty for Kel'Thuzad. The Ice Lich himself of Warcraft 3 fame now gets the Scotty on the Phantom Lancer. Although his name's technically Kel'Thuzad, I'm not going to call him that. They really need Shivas, and this PL pick into the Clinks was an absolute devastator. And all they needed to do was get that Diffusal 1. I didn't know how much it was actually going to work, but it did just enough. The unfortunate thing for them is that Roche is not up for another minute. And so they can't transition that kill and that team fight into a Roche advantage. Chronosphere is still down for another second. It'll be back up. Exorcism's back up as well. Ravage is up to 33. It's the only difference here is that they can't quite take that team fight because that Ravage is down for a couple of seconds more.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
They get the Radiant Courier. I think it was the Forged Spirits. Yeah, it must have been. What was on it? A Void Stone for the Clinks. Almost certainly, I think, a Lincoln's to avoid the Diffusal Blade. He's got, or he might actually go Hex. He has the Ultimate Orb. Yeah, I mean, that's fine too. Yeah, he's going, it's either Hex or, well, we don't know if he's going to pick up the Perseverance yet. I'm pretty sure Hex is really good, I think, against, if they can find the real Kel'Thuzad, I think it's really good, but I don't know. I actually have no idea. Lincoln's is, what is Lincoln's good against? Diffusal Blade and Cask? That's about it, though. I mean, he already has a BKB. He can go ultra defensive, but this is what it comes down to, again. A Roche fight this time. They give up this Roche, I think it's cheese. It is. And it looks like RRQ are not ones to back down from this fight. Koala's had some amazing Ravages, and he's going to have another one here. It looks like he's going to be picking up an Ags. He's got a point booster, no Refresher Orb. He wants the Gush ground target, which is pretty damn good for all the wave clear and all of the damage that it's going to do. They'll send in Velo with an Invis rune. They've got a Centaur Conqueror inside the pit as well, and Velo is going to scout this out. They need to prop a sentry down or something, and they don't have any. Verza, they have one here up the high ground, but they're going to back up immediately. They're going to see the Centaur Conqueror. They're going to see everyone's backed up. Now there's another smoke. MVP looking to maybe make an initiation here. They'll see Velo. They'll ping him out. They have the Observer Ward. They know that he's there. Ravage onto 4. They're going to jump in the meatball. BKBs are popped. Ryzen's in trouble. He'll be the first to fall. Now the Death Ward coming out, and Velo is silenced up. He can't get away. Finally, Time walks up to the high ground. Kel'Thuzad on the low ground. The Diffusal again under watch. BKB gone. Look at the illusions go to work. Swap back to keep him alive, but it's actually onto Yabu. The Chrono comes out. Yaba's going to right click and bring down Hunji the last second. Yellow as well as Doctor are going to be able to get out for the time being. No, Doctor stays and just tries to man fight, and Varys will fall, but that's the only one that will go down here. The Doppelganger continues to go, and this PL is too damn big. A triple kill. What a Ravage from Koala again. RRQ. It looks like 3 fights in a row that go their way. This time it's an Aegis and Cheese, and MVP are out of options. Every time Velo, he gets silenced up. Every time their BKBs go down, they get purged up with Diffusal Blade. Yabu gets off some beautiful Deafening Blast and Meteors. Ryzen goes down. They need BKBs on every hero, including the Void, including this Enchantress. Until they get those, this game gets that much harder. And now with the BKBs running low, 7 seconds for the Death Prop, and I think 6 for Raj. No, it is 7 for Raj as well. It gets that much harder. They wait out the BKBs. Kel'Thuzad then goes to work. When he is out of Diffusal charges, though, it is going to get a bit harder. He almost might want to think about getting another Diffusal Blade. I don't know. I don't think the recipe resets the stacks. I can't remember. God. It's like it's one particular thing I should know about this game is if it resets the stacks. I'm pretty sure you have to buy a full Diffusal Blade to get more stacks, but that's pretty much pointless because he already has Diffusal too, so. Again, Yabayu jumps in, he does his job. This time I think he stays alive. I'm pretty sure he did. He's about to have buyback again. He just got a Yules not too long ago. There's the scythe that was picked up for Clinks, which was what we were talking about, not a Lincoln Sphere. Varys is dead easily. That's what you get for solo warding, I suppose. That was the Hex reveal, by the way. I know that it's there now. There is a Vlad's picked up for Zephyr. I was wondering, he had 3,500 gold in the bank and he decided to go for a Vlad's instead of something like a Shiva's or something along those lines. Speaking of Shiva's, it's finally completed for Doctor, which might actually make these fights bearable for them. Oh, this is so difficult. This is so damn hard for MVP now. They have to fight into an Aegis and Cheese. Kel'Thuzad has the Aegis. Who has the Cheese? It is up currently on... Did they take it? Or did they use it already? They might have used it already. Somebody had a Cheese somewhere. Yeah, it's on the courier. That's what I thought.
Well-gotten gains.
Bottom's pushing in. And there's a line being drawn that seems to know that they're in this. Yep, Ghostwalk's gonna go. They know Raj is there. There's the Hex up. BKB goes. Chronosphere Ravage won't hit, but they chronoed up on Raj instead. And he's on the tail end. Velo actually destroyed Raj. Backstab Benedict Arnold from Velo, and they bring down 2. Zephyr will fall, it looks like, but no. Ryzen gets destroyed by Kel'Thuzad before he can get the job done. They're gonna blink forward. It's time to go for the tier 2s and even more. No buybacks. Dead for 75 is the Clinks. What a turnaround this game has been for RRQ and Kel'Thuzad in particular. He died so early on, giving up first blood to a Faces Void. The backstroke Koala feeling very comfortable with the way his team is playing now. MVP.hot6 had this game. All they needed to do was not use the BKB from Raj. They would have gotten another set of racks more than likely. Kel'Thuzad will come in. Doctor's going to get purged up as well. He'll have to pop the BKB, swap away from Hunji, but it's laterally on the same lateral line. There's the Tornado EMP coming in, and Hunji will almost certainly fall. Doctor, the only survivor currently for MVP.hot6. They're still diving the tier 2 tower. They'll finally take it down. Kel'Thuzad, 5.2k in the bank, plus the Aegis. The Glyph will go, and he'll go to work on the tower. Klink's back up at 25. They'll at least lose one set here. There's no tier 2 towers left on the map for either squad. No way they can even just go ahead and try to backdoor across the map. Koala is just backstroking on top of Ryzen. There's the EMP going. Deafening Blast as well. Good Chronosphere onto Kel'Thuzad, but it just keeps Doctor alive for a bit longer. That's really all it does. Yabayu going to work on the racks now. Kel'Thuzad has Doppelganger. He'll use it to get further back away and maybe make some space for him. Velo doesn't have Chrono for another 48 seconds. There's the bash coming in. There's the Tornado to come out. The Ice Wall on top of it. He's in trouble. Left to time walk away. Gets silenced while this happens, though. No BKB. He'll fall. Raj will come in looking for the damage. The silence comes through. They need to get the Hex off. Good man to get out of the silence, however. Zephyr getting low. Ryzen will take him down with the Mask of Madness. Kel'Thuzad still working on the racks. Looks like it will take it down. The Alacrity. They get off the Yule Scepter. Can they bring him down? Doppelganger will go. They get the Shiva's Guard. They see the real one. They know who's there. Can they bring him down? Another Deafening Blast coming out. The Death Ward. Doctor's getting low. He'll get swapped back. And Kel'Thuzad will lose the Aegis, but gets the kill in the process. Raj going to work on Varys. Finally will bring it down. The Glimmer Cape, not enough to keep him alive. EMP zoning everybody out. Yabayu looking for Raj as a target, but he's already backed away towards the Centaur Conqueror. And Doctor is dead for 66 seconds. They only lost the first life of the PL, and it took them so damn much to do so. Now they're going to head bottom. No creep wave needed. Kel'Thuzad will jump right in, and he'll pop his Mantis Saddle to get this faster and even done quicker. Chant will go. They pop up the Alacrity on the PL as if it's needed. Raj sitting in the back lines. Tornado will miss wildly. Guessing for where Ryzen was going to go. Jump in. Looking for Raj. They've got it. Raj has popped his BKB. Looking for Yabayu. He's going to get hexed up. The Ravage will go. Doesn't hit it to Raj. Just barely missed in terms of timing. The TP back in will be from the Void. Velo looking to get him with a Chronosphere to find somebody swap up. They almost chrono at the same time. That would have been huge. But Koala continues to backstroke and be able to blink away momentarily. He'll try to TP. They're looking for a Chronosphere. They're not going to find it. It's too late. He gets out. The Tidehunter makes it home. And I would not be surprised to see a backstroke come out from him. He's picked up his Aghanim Scepter. Koala is styling on this game. And MVP are searching for answers, trying to find anything at this point, and it's coming up short. 8k gold. Phantom Lights will buy something. It's going to be a full butterfly here in just a moment. The BKB now done for the Invoker on top of all of that. And MVP are searching for anything they could possibly do to stay back in this game. And it's only, it's not like they're that far behind. It's a racks for a racks and a half. That's really all that is. But the net worth graph has swung so wildly in RRQ's favor. That is it. It is a mountain to climb for our MVP.hot6 now at this point. From 12K to 12K, a 24K swing. This game was looking like another one of those early games. Very quick, done, immediate. That was not the case. RRQ need one more good team fight to win this game, and they know it. They're going to smoke up. MVP. Oh, Raj. Not the time to pop your BKB, even if it was 5 seconds. Down for 33. They'll smoke up. No BKB for Raj. Ravage is up in 45. They're going to actually get split up here. Kel'Thuzad will doppelganger. There's going to be the Chronosphere on Yabayu. They catch him, but Ryzen's the first to fall in the fight. Yabayu getting destroyed by Raj. He might have to buy back here. He'll fall first. Koala still no Ravage on the other side. Kel'Thuzad going to work. Death Prophet about to fall. Doctor will be the first to go down on MVP side beside Ryzen. Raj now Death Pack gone. There's another Gush coming through. The Diffusal Blade goes through yet again, and they get another kill for Kel'Thuzad with a triple. Is it even, I think, the... It's not even the... I keep saying that it's the Diffusal Blade. I think it's the... Someone has an Atos or something. Or maybe that was his last Diffusal Blade? There's a good chance. Whatever it was, it slowed him pretty heavily. They have buyback on 2 of their heroes. And Doctor's going to be down for 50 seconds with no Exorcism for 106. And without that, it's very difficult to fight. The Chronosphere was down for 15. He used it in that engagement to kill Yabayu, which was great. But that's just one hero, and the Invoker doesn't really matter after he got his combo off, especially in the beginning of the fight. And so here we go. Kel'Thuzad will pressure and look to end this game. They're going to have to buy back here, at least on the Clinks, and he will do so. They'll have to fight at least 4 versus 4 here. Kel'Thuzad going to work on the last melee racks here, and last racks in the game. Gush will come out, clear up the creep wave, and that's all they can really do is just watch as their base gets crippled. They get up the Chronosphere. There's the Ravage come in, and they can't hit Kel'Thuzad with the damage they need to hit. The Cask will bounce through as well, and now Hunchi in front as well. Raji is going to get chased down. Kel'Thuzad, even through the BKB, is destroying him. Ryze is going to work as everybody pops the Ghost Scepter, and that's it. GG RRQ have completed the comeback as they are diving the fountain at 46 minutes into the game. They will continue up into the upper bracket into a best-of-3 series. And MVP.hot6, who were so damn close to winning this game, will go down to the losers bracket into a best-of-1 series for all or nothing. Insane game coming out from both teams. Fun on both sides. Hard to top that game, and it's a good thing that was the last one, because that was not going to be an easy game to be able to top. Great comeback coming out from the squad of RRQ. This will put them up against 2, exactly. Let's check where they are in the bracket here. RRQ, they're going to be playing up against Arcanus here in the next round, which will be a best-of-3 series. But that's going to be it for today. As tomorrow's games are going to be rattled off here momentarily, it's going to be TNC versus NND, which will be the last match of the upper bracket round 1. And that'll begin at 1900 SGT, aka 7 a.m. Eastern Time. That'll be a best-of-1, followed shortly thereafter by, at 2030 CE SGT, rather, it is going to be G7 versus Sig Trust, a best-of-3 for our second upper bracket round to start things off there. It'll be either I or Zyori joining you for that game, and we'll be, of course, here on twitch.tv/moonducktv. If you've enjoyed the game, give us a good old follow over on moonducktv, on Twitter at moonducktv, and here on Twitch as well, hitting that follow button, and subscribing if you'd like as well if you enjoyed the content. We'll be bringing you more stuff here in the near future. What the Duck is in, very much needed, and we'll provide that when we can. We don't know when it's going to be. We thought it was going to be tonight, but unfortunately that's not the case. And I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. It might be on What the Duck if we have it. Might be just doing some streaming. Might just be chilling and relaxing for the day. If that will be the case, then hopefully you'll see me around. Nonetheless, RRQ will take this game. MVP of this one certainly goes to Kel'Thuzad, finishing the game with 22-8 as his score. A first blood against him put him back pretty damn heavily, but RRQ will move on. With that, we will jump into our AFK and end of the day. We'll get these VODs up as quickly as possible, and with that said, Mont saying goodbye. See y'all later.